Oh, that's an outrageous start.
Love 15.
Well, that will do. Just when I said she doesn't really have a huge shot in her game, well, she just needs to hit another 30 of those and she'll be okay. Wow.
Blistering start for Potapova. Way to make a shot across the bows of the world #1 right at the start of this round 3 match.
And obviously the talk of the week with Sabalenka has been her net game and how much she's trying to add that to her game. And she does it in the last 2 matches. She does it in the right times, when she's up in the score, when she has a little bit of a cushion, whether it's 30 love, 40, 15, a couple of times trying to serve and volley. And that's when you feel confident to start adding that to your game. So that then eventually you can come up with that kind of surprise tactic on a big points when it's a break point down or when it's 4-all in the third. But first you have to start doing it when you have a little bit of a cushion. Beautiful backhand cross court. I feel like the opponents are always a little bit covering the one up the line that she loves to hit. But since Brisbane, it's a shot that has been the most effective.
And really got hold of that forehand return, Potapova. That was a big strength for her against Rybakina. Made 95% of first serve forehand returns. Oh, yes.
One thing Potapova does really well, she's got such a beautiful timing on both her ground strokes that she will not struggle that much with Sabalenka pace. But it is going to be about how many off shots like this she can generate when she can step in and go for it herself.
Advantage Sabalenka.
Going deep with that forehand again. It's the right idea. Just a couple of centimetres too much. And Aryna Sabalenka will slam down for the first game of this round 3 match. Hold of serve, but Potapova very much in that game.
And Katrin, look at that first step after the serve. She is so much more getting used to being ready to sprint toward the net whenever she sees her opponents being stretched. And one thing she has been doing in the last 2 matches, sometimes she serves and volley, or sometimes she comes to the net and she still maybe misses on few occasions, but already that mindset that whenever she sees the potential to sprint towards the net, it is becoming more and more natural, which is really bad news for her opponents, because adding this to her game, I mean, if she can be consistent with it, she will definitely become one of the biggest potential possible champions for Wimbledon, I would say.
Now you have to look at the left hand it is of Potapova. She's playing with a broken finger this week. Strapped up, but she says it's a bit painful, but it's healing on its own. Big ask to come out and play the world #1 with a broken finger, isn't it?
That is remarkable, to play a Grand Slam with anything broken in your hand. I mean, that's our equipment.
Fifteen all.
She's faced 3 world #1s over the course of her career, never prevailed. Caroline Wozniacki in 2018, Iga Świątek in 2024, and then Sabalenka last year, where they played in Rome. In fact, there are 2 meetings prior to this, both been on the clay. Both straight sets win for Sabalenka.
30 all.
And both have lasted around about an hour. The first 1 hour and 3 minutes, the second a blistering 58 minutes. But this is a new surface, and as Sabalenka says, she never looks to the past.
Great intensity there from Potapova. That's what she will have to do throughout the entire match. She cannot allow herself to drop even 1%, because there is just so much more weight behind Sabalenka ground strokes. So the footwork will be the key, and intensity for Potapova out here today.
Deuce.
And one thing I would say with Anastasia, she has to try to make the match physical, try to play as many long rallies, because it will only get hotter and hotter. And in that way, she's very fit, she's in a great shape. She might a little bit test where Aryna is as well.
Advantage, Sabalenka.
Couple of unforced errors from the forehand side already in the first 2 games.
And Neles, German coach, has been coaching at Oklahoma State.
Game, Sabalenka.
And that's a shame for Potapova, putting herself on the back foot.
Sabalenka leads 2 games to love.
Errors creeping in. And that is how much of a front runner Aryna Sabalenka is. Give her a look in, and she's likely to get the bit between her teeth. Raced out to a 5-love lead, though, against Bai Zhou Xuan in the last round, and then the Chinese qualifier fought back into that set.
That was some of the best tennis from Sabalenka. Those first 5 games. Couldn't miss the ball, did everything right. The tricky service game now for Aryna against the sun this time of the day, as we know.
Love.
That's where you gotta try to make the returns. Doesn't matter where in the court, just test the vision of Sabalenka. But it's not, because it's not only the serve, but the first shot afterwards, when your eyes are still recovering from the brightness when you toss the ball up. And that is very brave from Aryna to serve and volley against the sun. It's like we just said, it is the first couple of seconds you're struggling to really see where you are in the court, what kind of ball is coming at you, and very smart from Potapova to throw another one.
Yep, dazzling lob from the Austrian.
Great touch.
And there's that forehand return. Such a strength for Potapova.
30 over.
Dragging her back up in this service game for Sabalenka. That was a pretty nifty backhand return as well, right onto the line.
It almost looked like it was going long. I thought that's what Aryna was thinking as well.
Defense from Potapova, and she strikes back. Said the service game was a big test for Sabalenka. The sun in her eyes and Potapova on the rise. We are back on serve in this first set.
Yeah, I just wonder if that 30-love serve and volley, if that was really there to be played. Just put herself in trouble unnecessary.
But then that superb lob from Potapova, and then the 2 brilliant returns, one on the forehand, one on the backhand. There's the QR code for the AO shop if you're interested in picking up any of this merch. I went yesterday. Did you? A bit of shopping for my children.
Well done. What did you get?
A T-shirt for my son and some pencils with little koala pencil toppers.
Yeah, I still haven't gone. I always keep it for the later stages of the tournament.
And I got my customary sporting mug.
Oh, yeah.
A sporting mug from every sports event. So that's my shopping completed. So the third service game of the tournament lost by Aryna Sabalenka. Taken a couple of punches over the first couple of rounds. And Potapova has landed a big blow there.
Love 15.
She does struggle sometimes, Aryna, when the first serve comes slower than what she expects. She did a couple of unforced returns in her first opening round when her lefty opponent also was not serving as fast. It's almost like she hits the shot too early, too soon. Great defense there with the slice backhand from Aryna. Another shot she's been trying to add for quite some time now. So it just shows how she's on that journey, as you mentioned, Catherine, earlier, of always trying to improve, always looking for ways how to grow as a player. And that's how you stay on top. You can never, ever stay satisfied because the competition is just too strong.
Sabalenka looking dangerous here as the sun moves directly overhead on the Rod Laver Arena.
Again, a slower pacer.
30.
Yeah.
It's just too tempting, isn't it?
And she can't hold back. I mean, that's her nature. That's what got her where she is, but sometimes, yeah, she can mistime it. Because she's too strong, too powerful, too fast.
$40-30.
Sabalenka is disgusted with herself.
2 games all for
Potapova going toe-to-toe with the world number one in these early stages.
And it's so important for Anastasia to stay toe-to-toe with the number one seed. And interestingly there, when she went to the towel, Sabalenka, her coaches that are right next to us, did not say a word. I think they've got it very clear what the tactic is out here.
15
And it's all about just the execution, just like on the last backhand. That's her favorite play. Serve out wide and then go hard to the open side.
15 all. Thirty, 15.
I wonder if there's a case for Potapova just to cover that serve out wide into due set a little bit more and just give Sabalenka the one up the tee, because the one out wide, it's so heavy that if you're a little bit late, you're asking yourself for trouble. So just accept that you have to choose for one side or the other. Great touch from Potapova. That was not an easy shot moving forward.
30.
Very smart play. I just wonder if Sabalenka could have done a little bit better with this forehand.
Good running in the midday sun from Anastasia Potapova.
She didn't really cover the line though. Yep.
40, 13.
I would just move one step to the forehand side to let Sabalenka know that I'm ready for that serve. And make her come up with a big one up the tee.
Went out wide, 91% in the deuce court, 80% in the ad court. You know, like you say, it's her favourite play, isn't it?
Especially
out wide.
On big points.
Oh, it's out.
Deuce.
Oh, she will be kicking herself for that one. Didn't need to be that big, didn't need to be that close to the line. That's the old Sabalenka we've seen years ago, and we always were wondering, does she really have to go for it that big?
I think that is
Advantage.
what makes her so
Sabalenka.
appealing, isn't it? There's plenty of the old Sabalenka still in there.
But she's so good with accepting that and adding the new one on top of it.
That's how she's evolved.
Yep. That's why she's the tiger.
Game Sabalenka.
And the tiger claws her way through.
Sabalenka leads 3 games to 2.
On serve, Sabalenka in front in set 1.
And I like the fact, Catherine, that when Sabalenka went to her towel at 2-0, that the coaches didn't say anything, giving her the chance and opportunity and responsibility to figure it out. I'm sure they would have said everything they had to before the match, so no unnecessary words.
I was reading an interview with Emma Raducanu. Obviously, in the British press, there's been a big picking over her loss to Potapova in the second round, and you know, the silence from her coach, a lot of it during that match, and what that means. And you know, one of the theories is that it's his approach to just let a player work it out themselves. The answer is within. For a player with the experience and skill of Sabalenka, maybe a hands-off approach every now and then just gives him a bit of space. The sprawling grounds of the Australian Open along the Yarra River there. It looks lovely by the water.
It's inviting you, literally, for that morning run with a weather like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse, is there?
No.
fitness is obviously
15
still a
rounds.
really big thing for you, Danny, but you were telling me that it was watching Aryna in the gym that made you decide perhaps it was time to give up.
Yeah, I do remember it was one of those moments when I started to think, okay, this is a completely new generation coming, because I always thought, you know, I used to live big and kind of stayed fit throughout my career. And then I never forget the moment that I was next to Aryna in the gym in Indian Wells. I think it was around the year 2017, 18, and when I saw her load and how heavy she lifts, I mean, that's one thing we have to mention with Aryna. She is not afraid of the work. I mean, she's one of the most fit, most resilient athletes out there. Potapova doing a great job here with the wide serve herself. And yeah, she's so committed to her fitness, and Jason Stacey, who's been with her actually since 2018, has done an incredible job with Sabalenka, not only fitness levels, but her emotional balance as well.
Oh, just too acute on the angle.
40-15.
Just looking at the finger there, Potapova. Sometimes when you actually hit the volleys, because you're holding a little bit higher the racket, that's where it can be a bit dangerous for that left hand. Maybe that was the reason for that error.
Broken finger, but the manicure still looks great.
It's the most important, right? But going back to Sabalenka fitness levels and her entire team, I do strongly believe that one of the reasons for Aryna having all the success she's had, it's because of her team. I mean, they're doing such an incredible job to always keep her grounded, always keep her motivated, and always keep her focused and being on track.
Yeah, she's found a combination that really works, hasn't she? And the consistency of having those people and that support around her.
And also keeping her really humbled. I think that's one of the very important things for Aryna. I mean, she's a superstar on a global level, but then at the end of the day, she just enjoys what she loves. And like you said, Catherine, it's that balance. They work super hard, but at the same time, they have fun wherever they go. And it's that no filter energy. With Aryna, what you see is what you get, and that's why fans all around the world love her so much.
She's climbed her way back into this service game for Potapova. A big spill from Sabalenka. Not what she was expecting.
Yeah, there are a couple of forehands today that she has completely mistimed. There they are. First kind of signs from Anton Dubrov, who's been with her ever since 2020, I want to say, or even longer.
Potapova's done a brilliant job there of coping well under the pressure. It's one of the big hallmarks of her round 2 win against Raducanu. But, you know, she's, like I say, faced 3 world #1s and won't be overawed by this occasion either. You know, she was asked about playing Sabalenka on Rod Laver, and she was like, hang on, you've got to remember I played Serena Williams on the Rod Laver Arena.
Yeah, playing Serena on Rod Laver, it's experience on its own.
Hers was back in 2021. Made it through to the third round there. And she had set points as well in the first set tiebreak against Serena.
Yeah, she's definitely not afraid or overwhelmed by big opponents, Potapova. She trusts her game. She's a very confident player. It's just the weight of shots. Sometimes I feel it's missing, and that's the biggest difference out there today.
40 love. Game Sabalenka.
And a hold to love.
New balls, please. Ball change.
For Aryna Sabalenka.
4 games to 3 first sets.
World number 1 in front. Still on serve in this first set. Preparing for a very hot weekend ahead.
Time.
This first set beginning to heat up as well. Big pressure game for Potapova.
And Catherine, just looking at Sabalenka team here, who are literally, 10 meters away from us to the left. The atmosphere between them, it's just so cool to see. Everyone is chilled. They are hardly talking to each other because everyone knows what they are doing. And I gotta say, it's one of my favorite teams that we have on the tour. Just keeping things so humble, so normal. They understand it's all about the long-term process, the consistency.
Love 3.
It's a strange noise.
It's not an easy service game for Potapova. She has to deal with the sun and the new balls. Conditions are very lively today. Being as hot as it is, the ball is going to be flying naturally a little bit more.
Fifteen, 13. 13.
Sometimes Aryna is just a little bit moving away from her shot before she hits it. That's where that unforced error came from. Moved her upper body, took her eyes off the ball. She's done that a couple of times on the forehand side as well today. Something she's got to watch out for.
Deuce.
Trying to work out if that squeak from Potapova is a second service noise or a service error noise. Finally, says Sabalenka. That's what I've been trying to do.
Sabalenka.
Get that beautiful rhythm to bring up break point.
Yeah, and that time she really stayed on the shot. Beautiful follow through. Yeah, she's gonna stay a little bit more down and more stable on her shots. There's too much movement with her upper body.
Advantage.
She's getting under the skin of Aryna Sabalenka, is Anastasia Potapova. She's doing a really good job of pressing Sabalenka's buttons.
4 games all for sets.
What a
If the mind
fight.
is wandering away, just bring it back up. So always stay present. Try to be present all the time, okay? Give yourself time to be present, exactly like you do now. I want you to be ready from first ball now, okay?
Number 4, run and hit, run and hit. Trust
Let's go.
yourself.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's a good coaching there. And one more thing to add to that, just watch out for that serve out wide. It's coming. But that's what she has to do, stay in the present moment. It's all about the next point.
Well, Sabalenka would have been hoping to have been serving for the set at this stage.
But it's important for her to accept she's not, and moving on and focusing on having a good hold. Because it is so easy to get yourself thinking that, yes, why am I not serving for it by now? She just has to accept that Potapova has been playing an excellent first set. And as we said at the beginning of it, Catherine, the longer the match, I feel the better for Anastasia. Just test the fitness of Aryna. It is going to get hotter and hotter with every minute. Yeah, she has to cover that serve. I mean, it's not even 90%, it's almost like 100% on important points. That's what she's been doing throughout the entire tournament, Sabalenka, so far. Just make her serve up the tee.
What to love for Sabalenka.
4%.
And a business-like look on the face of the world #1 as she moves to a game away from taking the first set. Do you think it's a problem? I mean, it's not, obviously, because her serve statistics, her match statistics are all good, but there's predictability of Sabalenka's, you know, like you say, always preferring to go out wide. Will there be players eventually that can break down that pattern of play?
Of course, and I think second week of the tournament, whoever she will be playing, if they have smart coaches around, they will be covering that side, but that's where her serve is such a strength that then she can just change it up and go hard in the middle. So it is just the case of the last 2 matches that has been the pattern in Brisbane as well. So and today, obviously. So when that happens, just give yourself that extra step to lean towards that side.
Well, now it's Sabalenka's turn to put the squeeze back on Potapova, serving to stay in this first set, the Austrian.
Yes, fault.
Oh, Potapova doing such a great job to stay in that rally. Especially because that return, Aryna was not holding back, and Anastasia did well to stay down. That's the key. When the balls are coming at you at that speed, and just put the ball anywhere when it has so much intensity. Well done. And sometimes that is the case when you playing against someone like Sabalenka that hits the ball with so much pace. There's not really much time to think. It's just staying down, staying compact, shorten up your swing, and just stay in the rally, no matter what it takes, no matter where you hit it, as long as it's deep, obviously.
Love.
Brilliant stuff from Potapova, responds with a hold to love of her own.
5 games all for sets.
And doing a really great job, Anastasia, with her second serves. Going for them a little bit more, not letting Sabalenka step in that much. And here we are, 5-all. She's done such a good job, Sabalenka having quite a few opportunities to run away with the first set, but she stayed there with the best in the world.
15 love.
Whatever happens, it's the tightest set of the tournament so far for Sabalenka.
It's the right miss. I mean,
13
she's
love.
trying to keep the pressure on. Nothing wrong with that, just a little bit more shape, and she knows it.
Sabalenka lost 5 games in total in her first round match and 4 in total in the second round.
Such a beautiful feel. It's something she's done so well in their previous match in Rome. Those drop shots from Sabalenka were coming in quite often. That was awkward because it stayed low. It almost felt like she made the noise before she finished the serve.
One of those where you know you probably shouldn't hit it.
So many times that happens. You throw the ball up knowing, yeah, that's not the right toss. And yet somehow you still keep going for the shot.
Game Sabalenka.
Another statement from Sabalenka
Sabalenka leads 6 games to 5%.
as this first set heats up. A hold to love. And now Potapova must hold as well. I've got to say I'm quite enjoying Jason Stacey's face art. I know that he's got a slight facial injury, has Aryna Sabalenka's fitness coach, and so he's got some little steri strips there. Look on the on the right side, but he's had it balanced out.
Yeah, well done. That's creative.
On the other side, I wonder if Aryna is responsible for that, because you know she's got a record, hasn't she, of signing his head and drawing things on his bald head.
Yeah, well, they just have such a wonderful relationship. I think also Anthony's trying to get Sabalenka there to maybe play the second set with a new set of string. There he is, Jason. As we said, not only great fitness coach, but great motivator as well.
Another must-hold service game for Anastasia Potapova.
Love 15.
Yeah, a little bit more balance there for Aryna on those forehands. Just a little bit too much movement with her upper body before she hits the shot. She's got so much momentum going into her ground strokes that she cannot afford to move even a tiny bit, because that's when the unforced error comes in. Yes, that's unbelievable. Just letting her arm go.
Love 15.
Beautiful follow through. And look at the wrist action. That's where all the control comes in. Couldn't hit it any better. Just superb from Aryna, and that's why she's the best in the world. Because when she needs to, she brings her A level.
And 3 chances now to claim this first set. She just can't help it, can she?
Yeah, and it's those slow second serves that she struggles with, and that's where she just moves a little bit too early with her left shoulder.
It's the second serve, isn't it, that's doing for Sabalenka here. Still a set point.
Sometimes it's also her positioning. It's almost like in between. She doesn't really step in, doesn't really let the ball bounce and take her time just to make a decision where she stands on the second serve.
By Potapova. She's a pressure player. Sabalenka just has to take a moment there to manage her disappointment.
Yeah, she's struggling with the rhythm. And the second serve returns big time. And the first signs of a bit of a panic here.
19 unforced errors.
Yeah, there's no problem with her first serve returns. I think if I'm Potapova, I would just hit a kick serve as a first serve, just to take the pace off.
Just brilliant, Potapova.
Advantage, Potapova.
Super smart, super calm.
Bravo. Good.
Game.
And for the first time in 8 matches, Aryna Sabalenka is taken to a tiebreak.
Listen, unbelievable well handled. Unbelievable. You use this energy back into it now. She doesn't enjoy being here with you. Okay? She doesn't enjoy it. No, you sure? Let's go.
That is true. I don't think Sabalenka has been enjoying the last couple of minutes having those 3 set points, and it is so important now. The first couple of seconds of this tiebreak for Aryna to forget everything that just happened. And also take a little bit more time in between the
1-0
points, because the
Sabalenka.
momentum, it is slightly shifting away from her, from Sabalenka. So you just want to calm things down. And once again, Potapova has to cover that serve out wide in the due side.
Sabalenka.
Well, even though it was the double fault, I really like that positioning from Sabalenka on that second serve. She stepped in, was inside of the baseline. That's what she has to do on every single of those second serves. Just put extra pressure on Anastasia, and she saw that, and that's why the double fault came. Better positioning. And much better timing,
Sabalenka.
obviously.
A very effective switch up from Sabalenka. It's funny because that's what she's identified in, you know, the strengths in her two previous opponents, their ability to step in and to take the point to her. And maybe she's just had a bit of an, what did my opponents do well? They stepped in. I'll give that a go.
It wasn't a bad idea, because Potapova was quite behind the baseline. Just didn't really use her legs to follow through after that shot. With the drop shot, you have to keep moving once you hit the shot. She was too still on that one. Yeah, that time she was ready for the serve out wide.
And another of those fantastic returns down the line, reminiscent of the very first point of this match, when Potapova sent a message down the far end to Sabalenka to say, look, I'm here and I'm going to play some great stuff and I'm really going to test you. And she's done that all the way through this first set and has fought back in this tiebreak.
I would step in even more. She's still catching it too high. One extra half step to meet the ball on the rise.
I mean, you'd say, though, if Aryna can work that out, that second serve return, then Potapova would be in deep trouble.
Yeah.
So many errors from Sabalenka on that second serve return.
And that's what she's done so well in their last matchup in Rome. She was stepping in on those second serves big time. So just holding back here a little bit for Sabalenka.
Let's for serve.
Yeah, much better. I mean, she should be doing this all day long. Because once she steps in with all her upper body weight, there is so much momentum going to meet the ball instead of waiting for it.
entertainment. 15 shots. Pure drama.
5-3 Sabalenka.
That is definitely the point of the match so far. And what a time to do it from Sabalenka. This forehand was just remarkable. What a high quality from both players.
That's what it means to Sabalenka to put herself a couple of points away. She knows this has been the biggest challenge of the tournament. Still, Potapova is not done.
It's such a difference when Aryna goes forward with her shots. You feel like, yeah, she's in control of the rally. When she starts to move a little bit, that's where the trouble comes.
On the brink of taking control of this match then. 2 set points for the world number 1. To the roar from Aryna Sabalenka.
7-6.
Pushed all the way. First tie-break of the season. And she comes through to take the first set in this third round match. 7-6. You can see the release, Danny. The tension that she's felt.
Not only her, but her team as well. And that was a big relief for everyone. And something she will have to keep in mind is cutting down those unforced errors. 23 of them. She will not be happy with that. 14 winners, that's obvious, as aggressive as she is. But it's one thing she has to try to stay away from, is that movement with her upper body when she's hitting, especially the forehand. A couple of times also on the backhand side, she stands up before she hits the shot, and she is such an incredible ball striker when she is going with her full body towards the direction of her opponent.
Do you think that's an impatience because, you know, the second serve of Potapova has been a little bit softer? It's been a gentler ball, and she's kind of had that time to see it coming, and she's almost kind of preparing too soon because she's got that moment on the ball.
Yeah, I think Potapova doing a great job to kind of changing up the rhythm and the speed on the ball, and definitely struggling with those lively conditions and not really feeling the timing as much as she would love to. So let's see if she can adjust in the second set.
So Aryna Sabalenka has now won 46 of her last 51 sets here, but boy, it was close.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Players are ready for play.
Only players with a better record: Graf, Hingis, Sellis, and Serena Williams.
Not a bad group of people, right?
She's in pretty good company.
Oh, beautiful touch there from Aryna.
Love 15.
And she was ready after that slice forehand to move into the court and come up with this beautiful passing shot.
Love 13.
This is going to be tough, isn't it, for Potapova to try and match the level that she brought in the first set, having been so cruelly denied, so close to stripping a first set of the year from the world #1. But that's a good way to get off the mark.
And that's the only way for Potapova to have a chance now in this match, is to regroup as quickly as possible. Forget that first set, give yourself credit that you were very close, and she knows she can only continue like this. As soon as she drops her level a little bit, Sabalenka is going to be all over that. So she knows that's the only way for Potapova in this match, to keep up with that intensity every single point. Yeah, much better. Leaning forward.
15.
And that's why the top players are where they are, because as an opponent you might think, okay, I play my best tennis in the first set, what else can I do? And the champions, that's when they step in and start to play on another level, just like Sabalenka is doing here, already 2 break points in the opening game.
Game Sabalenka.
And there she
This
goes,
game,
surging forward into set 2, having taken the first on a tie-break.
And sometimes that's as little as it takes for Sabalenka to adjust her game. It's a couple of centimeters, giving herself that momentum and kind of just leaning towards the ball, to be more aggressive, to always follow through, facing your opponent's side, not getting up before she hits the shots. That way it's so much more control, so much more compact.
Love. Love.
It's so important now not to lose the intensity, not to lose the hope for Anastasia. It's easier said than done when you face the #1 in the world. She's done so well in that first set. Oh, beautiful. And Aryna knows she needs to stay on top of things here, because she doesn't want to get herself into so much trouble as she did in that first set.
Oh, she was a sitting duck, Potapova. And Sabalenka takes her shot.
Sabalenka leads 2-love, second set.
Yeah, and just the body language now in between the points from Potapova is not the same. She needs to have a hold here in order to have any chance to come back in this match.
She must feel a little bit like history's repeating itself from that third round against Serena Williams in 2021. She had set points in the first set. No set points this time round, but another really close battle against another great champion.
Oh, that's just beauty. Exactly what she was
Love 13.
hoping to do in the first set, but now she's executing it as well. Just giving herself that extra one step, going inside of the baseline. So much better, the timing now. And to her credit, it's something she has figured out herself, Aryna, not something she's been taught
Love 14.
from her coaching team, that positioning, because it is so much easier for us to see from the outside. But as a player, sometimes you are not aware of those few little things that can make a huge difference. So that will give her a lot of confidence going into the next round if she gets through this match.
Game, Sabalenka.
And she has only allowed Potapova 1 point so far in this second set.
Sabalenka leads 3 games to love, second set.
A 3-love lead for the #1 seed.
Well, the way things are going in this match, one thing that she has to keep watching out for, Potapova, is that serve out wide in the deuce side. Look at that, Aryna Sabalenka absolutely loves hitting it. 65% opting to go for that serve slice out wide. And what that also gives you is then having all that freedom with the shot afterwards. You feel like you are not pressured to really pick your target. You've got a huge opening. So even if you don't hit the shot perfectly, it's still
Time.
doing the damage. Obviously in the edge side, much more even with her selection.
Looks to have the second set in a stranglehold, Sabalenka.
Love 15.
Tiebreak victory in the first set. And we saw that statistic come up to say how dominant she is in tiebreaks. A tiebreak specialist, 87% of tiebreaks run. She's now won 18 tiebreak sets in a row in Grand Slam tournaments, dating back to Roland Garros in 2023.
I really like that return in the first point from Potapova. That's what she has to do here now. She has nothing to lose anymore. Just step in, go for your shots even bigger to get the intensity and footwork back, and the hope as well.
30-15.
Well, at this stage, that's a much better miss, being aggressive than the previous return where she just rolled the ball to the other side. Yeah, that's the way. Gotta stay aggressive.
30 all.
Look on Aryna Sabalenka's face. That's just the third point of this set that Potapova has won. Sabalenka's... she's not one for sharing.
Well, it's the perfectionism, isn't it, of a champion? And in a way, being tested as much as she was, Sabalenka, in that first set, that's helping her in the second one big time. Just being much more focused, determined. She knows she doesn't want to get herself in that much trouble as she did in the first set.
Game, Sabalenka.
Did not have to be that close.
Sabalenka leads 4 games to love.
But that is the Sabalenka way, isn't it? It's all fireworks and excitement. And she has pulled out to a 4-love lead here. I mean, look at that. It's even got a firework trail on it, that ball. I'm sure that was just a replay. Also one of my favourite moments on Australian TV last night. I was watching an interview with Aryna Sabalenka, and one of the interviewers asked her if her earrings were real.
No way. Oh, well, that return was for real. She has definitely found her timing now on the returns.
Stop.
Fifteen all.
Of careless strikes from Sabalenka.
And once again, it's the slow balls that she struggles with on the forehand side. It's a must hole for Potapova here.
Stop.
She hasn't really used the backhand up the line that much today, Sabalenka. Just hope her shoulder is okay, holding it for a couple of times now. It's nothing too serious.
Yeah, well played, Anastasia Potapova. A must-hold game for her. And she kept her cool to get a toe hold in this second set, but Sabalenka leads 4-1. Must feel like a long way back for Anastasia Potapova. Just looking at that finger again, it's remarkable. She took Sabalenka to a tiebreak with a broken finger.
Yeah, that first set took so much out of her mentally and physically, and it's kind of normal that she dropped her levels, because otherwise she would be #1 in the world if she could do this all day long. But it's just where the difference is between the champions and someone like Anastasia, who is a great player, but to keep up with the best in the world, it is extremely difficult, especially today when it's getting hotter and hotter with every minute.
Energy sapping heat coming at the weekend. 26 degrees the high today. Sabalenka all business here, straight out, ready, waiting.
Yeah, at that time she was ready. So didn't really create enough angle, Sabalenka, with that slice serve.
A really bright start from Potapova.
Aryna, just gotta be careful here, because we've seen how stressful things can get here today in the first set, and she just doesn't want to give Potapova any chance of a comeback here in the second. That's one thing with Aryna. I feel like sometimes when she's on top of things, like in that previous game, that's where she could do with a little bit more attention and intensity. Sometimes she just relaxes a little bit, thinking, okay, I've got this now. It's maybe 1-2 points here and there. She could have been easily 5-0 up. And now she's fighting to not to lose her serve here.
Taking a bit of pace off both of those last couple of serves. Because Potapova's been returning those big serves really well, especially on that forehand wing.
And it's a misses like this that ideally she would like to get rid of Aryna, looking at the long-term run in this tournament.
Another enormous forehand return from Potapova, unleashing her big weapon and earning herself a break point. 100% record so far. She's got it. Another error from Sabalenka. Just as she was on the cusp
for games 2-2.
of victory, Potapova hits back.
It's a bit of a footwork from Aryna to adjust herself to the shot in the last 2 games. Again, when she had that 4-love lead, I feel like she kind of relaxed a little bit, which is also normal because it took a lot, that first set, also out of her. That's when ideally want to stay on top of things, because now Potapova feels like she has a chance once again to come back thinking, thank you very much, now I really go for it.
Double breakdown, Potapova. And now just 1 break back.
No.
That was the right idea. Just missed it by a little.
Game.
Well, brave stuff from Anastasia Potapova,
second set.
fighting back in the 2nd set. Still a breakdown. Sabalenka leads 4-3. Look at that from the 1st set. It's what, maybe 50 kilometers, over 20 kilometers an hour. Slower on the 1st serve in the 2nd set, Aryna Sabalenka. Potapova was doing such a good job of dealing with those big forehand returns, so I think maybe Sabalenka has thought about taking some of the speed off, but that's given Potapova an in into the rallies.
No, but I think that was the right thing to do, and she got a couple of unforced errors from Potapova. It's more her ground strokes that we see there. It's just way too much movement, because the footwork is not really there, and then she hits the ball either too early, too late. And once again, like in the 1st set, a bit of too many off-balance shots.
Not a cloud in the sky. Another glorious day in Melbourne. 31 unforced errors so far for Aryna Sabalenka.
I thought that was the temperature you were going to say that it is out there. It will be very soon, if it's not already. And once again, it's the deuce return from Anastasia. She has to be ready for that one by now, after an hour and a half.
30-love.
My point was that it was getting a bit scrappy for Sabalenka again over those past couple of games. But those are 2 tight points for Sabalenka, so tight that Potapova can hardly believe it caught the line.
Just missed it, but that's her favorite play. Yeah, 32 unforced errors. Something she will not be happy with when she gets off the court.
Well, Danny, you said the biggest thing for
30,
Potapova
14.
in this second set was not to give up on hope.
Well, she definitely hopes now. And half of that reason is for Sabalenka just really panicking here, because she knows the footwork and the intensity has not been where it needs to be. Just completely giving the chance for Potapova to come back in this second set. Wow. That was brave. That was not easy, given what has just been happening the last couple of minutes. Not feeling that comfortable on her shots to step in, and I mean, that's why she's #1 in the world, because when it really matters, she comes up with a shot like this.
Advantage, Potapova.
Yeah, great return that time from Potapova. She was ready for it.
She's not ready to give up, is she?
Absolutely not.
Still very much in this set, and therefore in this match. Another breakpoint chance.
Deuce.
Sabalenka comes up clutch again.
This serve is going up the tee, given how well she has returned in the previous deuce point. Let's see.
It's in.
Advantage, Potapova.
Well, I think tactically you have to change it up. When your opponent hits a great return next time around, you just want to test the other side. Keep them guessing.
And it was well in.
Yeah. It was a great depth from Potapova as well, not only the speed.
Can she make it third time lucky? Remarkable fight back from Anastasia Potapova. 4-love down. She breaks the world #1 twice in succession.
4 games all, second sets.
And we are back level in the second set. Potapova is back in this match, and she believes again.
What a great fight, what a great anticipation from Potapova. I feel like Sabalenka should have won that rally at least 3-4 times. And now her confidence must be rising up the roof. She will be very, very pleased with that, and her team as well, and I'm sure that's what she keeps telling herself. Why am I not doing this on every single point? Stay aggressive. Yeah. This is the time of the set where Sabalenka has to keep stepping in. She can't hold back because Anastasia is feeling better and better with every minute. Now.
Stop.
15-all.
Again, just pulled off the shot a little bit. Sabalenka, and that's what it takes in these lively conditions. You can't afford to do that. You have to stay on the ball. She She's struggling to find the right tension out here today, Aryna. I think it's the 4th racket now that she's changed.
She was standing on the strings of her racket at one point, trying to get them a little looser, get a bit more ping off the strings.
Yeah, that's what she has to do every single time. Beautiful follow through. I mean, the quality of hitting from both girls the last couple of minutes has been insane. Incredible intensity.
And here's a chance for Aryna Sabalenka to halt the momentum of Potapova. 4 games in a row for the world number 55. But a breakpoint chance for Sabalenka.
Not up.
Just the lightest of touches, and Sabalenka seizes back the steering wheel. She's a game away from a very hard-fought place in the last 16. That's going to be a body blow, isn't it, for Potapova after all the effort that went into breaking back twice. And Sabalenka just a game away now.
But she's doing all the right things, Potapova, right now. Just staying in the rallies, as we said at the beginning of the match, make it physical. The longer the match, the better for Potapova. And she's almost getting rewarded for staying in there with her. What a great drop shot to come up with. It's such an important stage of the match. Yeah, she's not called Tiger for no reason. It's moments like this when she comes up with her best tennis, Sabalenka.
So broken in her last 2 service games, the world number 1. Hold here though, and she's through to the last 16.
15 love.
And a smart change up there to start the game with a serve down the tee, taking the pace a little bit off. Oh, so good from Potapova. Her forehand on the run has been spot on the last couple of games. Just making life really difficult for Sabalenka right now.
used to the drama.
15-13.
It seems like she has found all the intensity and hope once again. Potapova in this second set. And Sabalenka has to try to find a way to stay away from that forehand. It's starting to become more and more dangerous.
Yep, there we go.
15-14.
Sabalenka speared once again with that forehand. And 2 break points now for Potapova. There's another twist.
That was the right idea. Staying beautifully down on all the shots. She's just missing a little bit of the shape with her left hand, which is not an easy thing to do when you have a broken finger. It is really remarkable.
Another break point to come. And she's got it, and Sabalenka, serving for the match, is denied by Anastasia Potapova.
Very well done from Anastasia to stay low and strong in all those rallies. Especially that forehand is starting to become a huge weapon in this second set. Wow.
Love 15.
Oh. Off to the next one. Easier said than done when you miss by that little.
All.
Yeah, the unforced errors just adding and adding the longer this set goes.
Well,
she's got the momentum behind her. It seems like she's got the crowd now behind her. They want to see this match to go the distance. That's how entertaining it has been from both players.
Just brilliant.
40-15.
Staying so calm, no signs of panic.
Clarity of thought.
Yep. And the execution. Look how down she stays here. Textbook.
Potapova.
And Potapova, for the first time
Potapova leads 6 games to 5, second set.
is out in front, 6-5. Sabalenka has to serve to stay in this set. What a treat this has been. It'll be one of those that as you're walking around Melbourne Park and you're getting a cup of coffee, having a chat with your friends, and you glance up at the big scoreboards and you think, hang on a second, Sabalenka taken to a tiebreak in the first set. Hang on a second, she was 4-love up in the second a while ago, wasn't she?
Yeah, hang on a second, we were getting ready for the second match, and hang on a second, now she's holding to stay in the second set.
Whispers all over Melbourne Park. And Sabalenka prepares to come out to stay and serve to stay in this second set. So must hold if she's to avoid her first 3-set match of the year. Trademark Sabalenka intensity to start off with.
That's what she's done so well in the past. Sabalenka, when pushed, she raises her level.
Love.
It seems like she wants to be in trouble, so that she knows she has to pick up her intensity and focus when she's pushed.
Love.
It's the first easy mistake we've seen in a while from Potapova. That's how good she's been the last couple of games, the last couple of minutes. It's been quite impressive.
Game Sabalenka.
With an ace, we go to a second set tiebreak. 18 tiebreaks won in a row for Sabalenka at Grand Slams. The last time she lost in a tiebreak at a Grand Slam, the semi-final against Karolina Muchova at Roland Garros in 2023. She is an athlete built for these moments, but Potapova has been more than a match so far today.
And it's a bit of a different momentum going into the second set tiebreak, especially for Potapova, because she has earned it. First set tiebreak, it was more on Sabalenka racket, making those unforced errors, especially on the return. But this time around, it's a tiebreak well-deserved for Potapova. So the most important thing is that she does not lose the hope nor the intensity and keeps playing as she has been the last couple of, I would say, the last 15-20 minutes.
Sabalenka.
Also Sabalenka, if she can try to stay away from the forehand side of Potapova, it's the shot that has been causing some serious damage. Gotta stay away from that. She's not going to miss it now the way she has
2-1
been timing
Sabalenka.
it. Potapova wins back the mini break.
I think a kick serve to the backhand side would have been a better choice. But again, easier set from here.
Stop.
It's like she completely freezes with her legs when the balls are slower and shorter in this match today, Sabalenka.
Stop.
She's really been feeling the stress, hasn't she, Sabalenka? Perhaps that's translated through to physical reaction, tension in the body. Sabalenka could have slammed it away, but Potapova stuck it. She guessed well. And she's got a 4-2 lead in this second set tiebreak.
Yeah, she will be kicking herself, Sabalenka, because again, she could have finished that point at least on 2 different occasions, and with the overhead just not looking where her opponent was standing. But Potapova doing such a great job staying in those long rallies. Walking around the court now with so much confidence that it's very well deserved. Oh, that was brave to serve to the forehand side.
She thought she'd got that as well.
Yeah, she just got away with it. Wow.
Potapova.
Once again, not moving her legs at all, Sabalenka. There's no momentum going into the shot. Not like she thought the serve was long as well.
Well, I did not see this coming 50 minutes ago.
I don't think anyone saw this coming at 4-love up in the second set. Well, here we go.
First of the 3 set points saved by Sabalenka. to unleash the big forehand.
Potapova.
Again, a brave second serve to go to Potapova forehand.
Now she has this set on her own racket. Serving for it, Potapova.
Thank you. Players are ready to play, thank you.
And is that the moment? Is that the chance that slips away for Potapova?
I feel like the cheer was going to help her, but it seems like it put even more pressure on her. Knowing how close she is to get away and take this second set, it would be so well deserved because she did fight very, very hard, Anastasia, to give herself this opportunity.
Thank you.
No, she's going to have another chance.
7-6 Potapova.
That's another badly struck ground stroke from Sabalenka. Hands the chance to her opponent. Another brute of a rally.
7-all.
I mean, that is just brave from Sabalenka. Keep trusting your shot. Keep going for it. She's never, ever going to back up. That's why she is where she is, ranking-wise. Wow.
Points for Potapova become match points for Sabalenka.
7 Sabalenka.
That is just unbelievable braveness to come out with a dry volley like that. Wow.
Throwing her body behind her bid for the 4th round. Sabalenka with her first chance to close it out. For the 6th year on the bounce, Aryna Sabalenka has muscled her way into the last 16 here in Australia, but my, it was tight. And my, it was brilliant to watch.